Hi, welcome back. Have you ever been stuck coding or you need some advice from someone? You go up to them and you basically show your code and you're able to figure it out really quickly with just another pair of eyes. Or you're vibe coding and you have no idea what's being written on the code and you're trying to you need something to explain it to you so you can debug it a little quicker. Or you've used the tool Notebook LM and you really love getting podcast information, getting your information in podcasts. Well, I have the tool for you. I made a VS Code extension that's really fun. It just takes one of your files of code and generates a podcast with it. And with that podcast, it can help you debug all your code, sends your code directly to Gemini, and then from there to 11 Labs. And I'm just going to show you how that works with a quick demo right now. So I just have VS Code opened here. It's the file where I built out the VS Code extension. And what we're going to do is we're just going to set up as if I didn't have this extension installed, which I don't currently. So we're going to go to CodePod, just search it up in the extensions repository right here, or the extensions list here. I'm going to click install. It's installed right away. Then what you're going to want to do is go to settings and set your Gemini and 11 Labs API key. How we're going to do that is I'm going to go open Arc and I'm just going to, looks like I already have it open, but we're going to pretend I did not. So let's just go and we're going to look up the Gemini API key, and generally you'll see it in the top two. I recommend clicking the Google AI Studio one. It'll take you directly to the page to get the API key. You can click create API key if you don't already have one. If you do, you just click here and you'll be able to see your API key. Now for 11 Labs, same thing. You create an account, go to your page, then you go to my account and you're going to click API keys here and you're going to see your API keys here. I'm not going to show you mine, but again, you should be able to basically create a new API key anytime you need it. And it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to pause here while I go right here and I just add in my API keys. Actually, right before I go, let me actually explain what these host voice IDs are. So on 11 Labs' page right here, you can go look for your voices. And you can start searching for voices. And once you find a voice that you like, for example,
What's up, besties? You're tuned into my radio station.
Let's say you really like that voice. You can click into it and you can just copy the ID and you can start using this voice ID. And what you do is just replace these. These are the defaults that I chose. I think these are pretty good, especially for podcasts, but you can go ahead and choose. Again, so now I'm going to pause, put in my API keys, and we'll come right back. All right, so now we got the API keys in, and you guys have hopefully chosen your host voice IDs. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go look at the code now. So we're going to take a look at, we're not going to actually take a look at any of this code. We're just going to have the podcast sort of help us figure out what sort of issues could be in this code. This is the actual extension code. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to press Command-Shift-P, or you can click up here and put this little caret symbol. I think it looks like this. And you're going to search up CodePod and it'll be the one that pops up and it should be something that says generate podcast script. So what this will do is it'll generate the script. I'll show you as it's doing it. It'll generate the script from Gemini, and then as soon as that script is generated, which should take a couple seconds, it will show up right up on your screen, actually the script itself, so you can actually read through it like it did right now. And it'll start sending each line that each host says to 11 Labs for each of the voices to speak. And once it's done, it'll compile it all into a single file. So right now it's been creating all these MP3 files with all the little clips. Once it creates all the little clips, it'll combine it all into one file, and then you can listen to that file. So I'm going to be quiet and let this speed up for the rest of it. All right, so now as you can see, it even opens up the place where the actual MP3 file is finally generated. It did all of that, and now we can take a listen. Should be the second one right here.
Welcome back to CodePod, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a VS Code extension that automatically generates a podcast script from your code and then even turns it into an audio file. Pretty neat, huh?
Sounds ambitious. Okay, so high level, what's this code doing? It looks like it takes code from a VS Code editor, sends it to Google's Gemini AI to create a podcast script, and then uses 11 Labs to convert that script into audio.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that and can go ahead and play with it. I'll try to put the link somewhere along this. Enjoy.